that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Yes, everybody, welcome in later with Jason Suel. So glad that you are tuned in. Band sounds great. Bo Counts, what's up, man?
It's May. It's gotta be May. We're here, man. It's summertime.
Yeah, we're getting there, aren't we?
We are so close to having the city of Fayetteville back in our possession.
You know, that is sort of true, right? Because all the students sort of go home for the summer.
Yeah, everything just loosens up a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
it's a good feeling.
We got through a kind of a rocky spring. I feel like there was a lot of weather, there was a lot of wind, there was a lot of tornadoes.
A lot of pollen.
A lot of pollen.
Dang it, pollen?
Yeah, I know, get out of here, right?
It was the worst. Like every time I tried to I'm gonna go wash my car, which is something I don't do often, then it's just like pollen, and then pollen and pollen, and my Zyrtec bill was off the chart.
It's off the charts, I totally agree. But I did have the opportunity to sort of get out and experience the Greenway during this time.
Because you're always running.
I do love to run. So there was a lot, but I'm looking forward to a great summer. Anything you're looking forward to specifically? I know we're kind of vision casting to what's coming up.
We have so many cool things happening that we always happen every year, concert series, amphitheaters. But the one thing that I'm looking forward to is to seeing how the city of Fayetteville utilizes that upper ramble that's open. This is going to be the first summer that's open, and there's going to be programming, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait to what we get into on the show as well. We've got Sarah Jones joining us from Walton Art Center. We're talking about Artisphere, which is Walton Art Center Arts and Nature Festival. They do this every year. Really excited about it. You said they brought an orchestra to the patio.
To Pinpoint. Yeah, and they were playing like movie theme scores. It was super, super cool.
Yes,
I want more of that.
You want more of that? Absolutely. You're going to want more of the band we have on the show, Rhythm Coalition, joining us, and they sound absolutely fantastic. You're going to want to sit back, relax, and jam out with them. And then speaking of jam out, we're down there at our chef's table. Betsy Rawlings joining us once again. What do you got for us, Betsy?
We're going picnicking today, Jason.
Yes, going picnicking.
With vegetables, probably. It's Betsy.
Yes. We're going to see what we can make you eat down there. Maybe some grass, maybe some cucumbers, some rocks. Absolutely. You got to stick around to find out what happens with this guy. We got all that fun happening later. Welcome back, everybody. We've got Sarah here from Walton Art Center. We're talking about Artisphere, which we are actually in the middle of right now.
That's right. We've had some really amazing events so far.
Yeah, you have, and you have some still to come, which our viewing audience can get involved with. So why don't you set us up? What can we feature?
Sure. Well, there's lots of free and or low-cost things to do with your family. Family Arts in the Park is one where you can just show up at Luther George Park, and there will be some interactive bees.
What?
Yes.
Interact? That sounds
You
painful.
get stung, and it's fun.
I feel like there are interactive bees all over Northwest Arkansas.
So,
what's special about this?
So these are actors fully dressed in bee costumes where you can be immersed in their bee world as a worker bee and in their community. Or you can sit back and watch. So you can be as involved as you would like to with the bees.
Fascinating. Luther George Park.
I'm just thinking John Belushi, or was it Jim Belushi that was the bee?
Yes, that's right. Absolutely. I can see that in my mind, too, and that would be hilarious. But I'm sure this is going to be a great opportunity for families to come out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
so there's the bees. They can really get involved with the bees, but no stinging.
No stinging.
And then also there's the mom and pop band, so you can You can get your jam on
Okay.
and also get your face painted.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
So it's a whole day.
The whole day.
You also have something, and we're talking about birds and bees here, folks, so cover your ears if you don't want to hear this. But you got something happening with birds too, right?
That's right. It's called Taking Flight, and it's a partnership with the Northwest Arkansas Land Trust. So we'll be out at their smokehouse at Mount Kessler area.
Yeah.
And they're going to do a bird watching session out there, followed by a woodwind quartet concert
Okay.
inspired by birds.
So woodwind quartet. So there is classical music sort of
Absolutely.
as part of Artisphere this year. You've got that happening. What else in the world of music can people expect from Artisphere?
Sure. Well, we have a chapel concert, and this one coming up features March to August, a local band that's really, really
Love
wonderful
them.
folk music.
I love them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That duo, husband and wife team.
That's right.
great. Absolutely. What about Dover Quartet? I know people love the Dover Quartet here as many times as they've made their way to
Yes.
Northwest Arkansas. Do you have anything featuring?
We've got Dover Quartet with Edgar Meyer, and the tickets are just $10.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Really accessible classical music. Yeah.
Now, is there something happening? I heard rumor of like a QR code you can scan.
Yeah, so if you're really missing your Artisphere Festival Orchestra this year, you can find on various trails around Northwest Arkansas some signage for Artisphere. You just scan the QR code and it takes you to recordings curated specifically for that trail of Artisphere Festival Orchestra.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How many years is this for the Artisphere Festival? Do you
I
know?
believe it's the 13th year.
13th year? Wow, phenomenal. And for folks who are not familiar, I know we've just kind of launched into a bunch of events that are happening, but this is really sort of a celebration of art and nature. Maybe you can speak to, in general, Artisphere and the motivation behind it.
Yeah, arts and nature is the general motivation, but really getting outside of our Walton Art Center walls and bringing quality arts to the community where they are at no cost. So making really quality arts accessible, and then involving arts and nature. So being able to experience it in the park, just where families already are is the goal.
Yeah, you're meeting people where they are, and out of the longevity, kind of the history of this, you've done things all over. And Bo, I know you were even talking about how they have played, a small group has played at Pinpoint before, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about the Artisphere, just in general, and being in the Ozarks makes it so easy because this community is so ingrained in nature already, and we've had them on our patio playing, and I remember just seeing them in the streets in different places, and it's activating places that people are familiar with in a different way.
Yeah, it's so cool. Anything else coming up we need to know, or what's the website? Where can people go to find out more information?
Artispherefestival.org.
Okay, that's the place. Can you get tickets there as well? Because I know you said there's a couple of ticketed low-cost events
Yeah,
too.
most of our ticketed events are $10.
Okay.
If it's not $10, it's probably free.
For free.
Yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
free
and
entertainment.
some of the events, because of capacity, it requires free with registration, just so
Okay.
that you can secure your spot.
Yeah.
But don't let that stop you.
Yeah, don't let
If
it
you want to
deter you.
come do yoga on the mountain, come on.
Yeah.
Show up on the mountain on Mount Sequoia. Actually, that evening is really cool because around 6 o'clock we'll have jazz on the mountain, and then you can stay, lay out your yoga mat, and stretch, and with live cello accompaniment.
Wow.
Led by a yoga instructor with Clubhouse Fitness.
Okay.
So at sunset, overlooking Fayetteville.
Amazing.
I mean, what a lovely evening.
You just mentioned a lot of kind of community partners in this, right? You've talked about Mount Sequoia, probably the Northwest Arkansas Jazz Society. You've got Clubhouse
Arkansas.
Fitness.
That's right.
Yeah, you talked about Luther George Park as well. How important is it to Walton Art Center to sort of partner with all these community organizations and places?
It's crucial. Like I said, we go outside of our walls, and what that means is we're in other people's spaces.
Yeah.
So we have the community partnerships are very strong, from the city of Springdale to the city of Rogers to Downtown Fayetteville Coalition, Northwest Arkansas Land Trust. I said earlier, the Beaver Watershed is going to be at some of our events with free water. So it's not just arts partners or
Right.
cities. It's literally everyone, the whole community coming together to provide these events for free or low cost.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, filling us in. We got to
Thanks for
check out
having me.
waltonartscenter.org if you want information on Artisphere. Sarah, we appreciate you.
Thanks, Jason.
Absolutely. Stick around. We got more fun happening later. Ladies and gentlemen, Rhythm Coalition.
there's nothing like a little pain to remind you that you're still alive. Nothing like the smell of a summer rain to take you back to when you were a child. And when you're lonely, but you're not alone. Just call that woman you know she's waiting with a fire to help you shine. When you find that one who lifts you up and won't ever let your soul drop, and will run to them and give it a back, and don't you stop. You know everybody got a story. You're a hero or a fool in yours. You know everybody killing something. Come on. Why don't you show yourself to the door? And when you feel that love you're living, use a bad taste in your mouth. And you know it gets so real when you realize it's coming from inside your heart. And when you're lonely, but you're not alone. You call that one you know right across town, gonna help you shine. When you find that one who lifts you up and won't ever let your soul drop, then run to them and give it back. No, you stop. And if the grass is actually greener, there ain't no harm in letting go. And that borrowed time gets leaner. And when you know it's time to go. And when you're lonely, but you're not alone. You call that one you know she's way across town, gonna help you shine. When you find that one who lifts you up, won't ever let your soul drop, and run to them and give it back, but don't you stop.
Yes, everybody, we're down here at the chef's table. We've got Betsy Rawlings joining us, always bringing us some healthy swaps, which, you know, we're talking about picnicking.
Yes.
People getting out on the trails, maybe experiencing Artisphere. We got all this great, is this meringue?
All the great things. This is meringue.
Oh, wow.
Today we are having buffalo chicken wraps. Our chicken today is
Buffalo
chickpeas.
Ah.
And Bo is really making it
He's
look
worked-
very
yes, I
appetizing.
know.
You know, when I think
At the
like
moment.
outdoor picnic,
When you think prison food, that's
That's what you're
but
going
you know,
with?
you always surprise me though, Betsy. Like every time I'm like, look at this goop, and then I'm just like,
What are you
more
making me
goop,
eat
please.
today?
yes.
So if
Ooh.
you actually look at it finished up,
bit- a
you
bit of
have
a
your little
reveal.
picnic. You know, it looks much better.
Yeah, it looks-
right?
That's, I mean, yeah.
So you could take this out on the trail,
You can
pop it on
take
the.
it
feel
with
cute.
You feel
right?
cute, yeah. Put
And
it in your
there's
backpack.
nothing about this that needs to stay cold.
Oh.
So it's great for picnic.
Yeah.
Obviously, fruit is tastier cold.
Sure.
But it's not going to spoil.
If it gets lukewarm, you're gonna be all right.
You're gonna be
So,
fine.
I
yeah.
like how you're
fun.
always thinking about, I want to design this meal to make sure that if it's been sitting in a backpack for 6 hours in the car, it's
gonna
come
be
out
still
the
gonna be
way-
We're
edible.
good,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
friends. With the amount of hiking we do, yes,
Yeah.
I do have to think about these.
Well, what is the meringue? Like, tell
Okay,
me a little bit
so
about that.
now
Yeah, how we gonna do
chickpeas.
this?
When you're, I know.
Forget meringue. Forget meringue. We're going straight in with chickpeas.
Here's why.
Okay.
This meringue is actually made from aquafaba.
Aquafaba, which you can actually put in your cocktails as an egg white substitute.
Ooh.
Delicious.
If you don't do eggs for whatever reason, when you go to drain the liquid off of your chickpeas, keep it.
Okay.
Because it works excellently as an egg white substitute. And in this instance, I used it to make meringues. Now, honestly, y'all, there is nothing healthy about a meringue. It's sugar.
Shoot it straight.
It's sugar.
Yeah.
And yet, it's a great little fun treat.
Right.
You can do it. See, I've made
is
them
so
into the
far
little
Yeah, I
bitty
know.
ones.
You want to try this?
You want one?
So here's what you got. You got the healthy treat right
But
here
the
because you got your
healthy
natural
treat, yeah,
sugar.
and then you can put fruit on top of your meringue and make yourself a fancy little dessert.
Yeah.
Or you can do it just as your
How's your
little separate-
aquafaba?
Poppable?
meringue?
Right?
Yeah,
That's
that's great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So for our
Okay, so now you got your drained chickpeas.
now we've got
I
our
suppose,
drained
right?
chickpeas.
Okay.
You're actually going to take a potato masher. You can use a fork. Mash them just a little bit. The main reason you want to do this is because you're going to get all of this stuff off.
I thought that was
This-
bonito flakes for a second. I
They're
was
the,
like, yum.
It's the skins.
Okay.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with eating them. Some people just get a little put off by the
Yeah.
skins in there. We're gonna make our wraps.
Okay, let's
Super
do it.
easy. Jason, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
you start cutting one of those avocados.
Look, I'm going to do it wrong.
do it wrong.
You know,
Yeah.
Nancy, I'm actually shocked. I have to say,
that I
these are
have.
full flavor, no low
yes.
carb tortillas. What gives?
So
How are you allowing this?
here's the thing. Sometimes you have to go with the texture and flavor, and not everything has to be super ultra healthy all the time.
I just needed you to say it out loud.
Yeah, these are gonna hold up better.
Okay.
The flavor is better.
There's nothing wrong with eating.
There's nothing wrong with eating the regular one. Now, if you want to do the high fiber one, do it. Okay, so
Goop it up. I'm
now,
ready for
we're
goop.
putting our goop in there. We're putting our goop in there, and then you can put some shredded lettuce.
Shredded.
You can put some tomato. You can put some avocado on there.
What is this?
Now,
sprinkles?
avocados
What are
always-
these?
This is just a little bit more of the salt, pepper, garlic, all the
Right.
things to give you just that little bit more flavor if
punch.
you want it.
Yeah.
You can add a little bit more onion
Little
to
green
it.
onion.
Because there is onion in here, but it's been sitting in the buffalo sauce, the tahini. It's kind of marinated so it's softened.
Got
if
it.
you want it crisp and fresh, there you go.
Avocado,
Then
please.
we're
Tell me
gonna
about
put
avocado,
our
Betsy.
avocado in there. Avocado is one of the best healthy fats that you
I
can
always
have.
avoid it because of that word fat. And I'm
Fat.
like, oh, it's got to be bad for you.
Right?
But that's not true.
So
right?
many people avoid it because of the word fat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a healthy fat. Like
It
me.
is a healthy fat. Our body actually needs fats in order to use up all of the good other things
Mm-hmm.
that we're having. If you don't put fat in your body, it cannot fully absorb all the nutrients and everything else. Now,
I
that
love this
said-
segment.
Do
Let's
you,
go.
you feel vindicated
This
right
is
now.
his favorite.
Yes.
Now, that said, there's a difference in healthy fats.
Right.
And the fat that you get from frying your French fries.
Yeah.
He didn't
She
want to
said
hear
it.
that part.
She said that
He
too.
didn't
Hard
want to hear
stop. We
that
got
part.
enough information that we needed.
So healthy fats, I want you to think about your avocados. I want you to think about olive oil,
Yeah.
coconut oil, things
Yeah.
like that. Those are your healthy
Where do we
fats.
stand with peanut butter?
Nut butters, peanut butters. I
Almond
am
butter?
all about it. Love me some almond butter. Those are great options to use for fats, and it's actually going to let your body absorb the nutrients that you're getting, and it's going to keep you full longer.
That's it,
So
yeah.
that you feel satiated. You don't want to keep coming
You're not
back
ravenous.
and snacking
Just
more.
standing in front of the
Well, that's
pantry.
what I hate the most about all this hippie food.
Yeah.
Is I'm never full. But this is really good, Betsy.
Yeah.
Right? It's pretty tasty. It's got a good little crunch
I'm
to it
feeling
from that
satiated.
chickpea.
Yeah.
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 Chickpeas have a lot of fiber in them. They have a lot of nutrients in them. And then this has kind of a spicy kick to it.
Yeah, so what did you add in
And
here? You have
so
this.
we have a little bit of tahini. That's going to give you that fat, that good texture, the consistency that like a chicken would.
And
the
that's
chicken fat
blended
would.
up sesame seed, right?
And then you're going to pick your favorite buffalo sauce.
Right.
I actually really like Sweet Baby Ray's the sugar
Yeah,
free
yeah,
one,
sure.
but this is actually a really good one too.
Little B-dub.
yeah.
Dubs.
Shout out
Just kinda
B-dubs.
Whatever you like, friends. Your favorite buffalo sauce.
And you got a little
the
meal
better
prep
it is.
for your picnic,
And
right?
then we're going to put our fruit with it because we're going to take some of the intensity off of the spice.
Yes.
Stick you a little meringue in there.
Cool down. Big
Yeah.
question. because this is delicious and I want to eat like 5. And what's
Okay.
like the limit where like this stops becoming healthy? Like when I eat.
So
can I eat,
probably
like...
number 4.
Okay, cool.
Okay, there you go. You can do that.
You're
Just trying a
limited
meal
where it's going
plan.
to stop becoming
Because of the
healthy.
calorie count, it
It's
does.
because of the carb count.
Carb count. Okay.
But if
in
let's
your
just say
tortilla.
I'm sitting in the park on my blanket.
You're going to make yourself full
Healthy.
and sick before
Yeah.
you get
No,
unhealthy. there.
Just one big bowl
Healthy.
of this will healthify your
I
life.
mean, you totally
I would totally eat it.
Yeah, man. That's saying something, Betsy. You must have created something great here. We're going to keep picnicking over here, maybe carry it into the commercial break as well. Stick with
I
us.
love it when I prove it
Oh,
wrong.
you love it. We got more happening later. Yes, everybody, thanks for tuning in Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms or send us an email over at laterwithjasonsewell.com.
And don't forget, you can check out all of our episodes over on our YouTube.
That's right. And before we get out of here, we got to thank our amazing guests, including Sarah from Walton Art Center talking about Artisphere. Thank you.
And of course, Betsy for coming in and getting me hooked on chickpeas.
Absolutely. And how about that band Rhythm Coalition? That's our show. We'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.